Hey there, welcome to On Deck. I'm Matt Harris, and I am back in Toronto and happy to say so. I'm a little Las Vegas'd out after CES, and I'm here on the set of the A-List, not with Sean Carruthers, not with Andy Walker, with the one and only Amber MacArthur. After all, it is her show. How's it going?
Very good. How are you doing?
I am good. A little cold outside, but I'm away from the Vegas crazies, so that's okay.
Yes, Vegas. I have sort of a time limit in Vegas. It usually is about 3 days, I find.
Yeah, I was down there for 7 days, so crazy.
Too much, too much.
Now, you weren't down with us at CES, but you saw some of the coverage. What kind of got you excited about CES this year?
I think the thing I'm most excited about is really netbooks. So the idea that people can start to buy these tiny little laptops for just a few $100s. And I think it really opens up the computing world to a whole new section of people who maybe couldn't afford a laptop that was over $1,000.
Cool. I was really hyped up with the OLED TVs, the foldable televisions. I did a segment with Andy Walker on, and they're really, really cool, the kind of technology. It was my first CES, so I get excited about sparkly things.
I can totally understand that.
But it is 2009, and we will talk the future, but let's talk the past. You are on the web, you're a tech journalist, you study the web. What in 2008 kind of opened your eyes?
You know what? You really can't talk about 2008 without talking about Twitter. So Twitter was really the big newsmaker on the web, and it was really also a place where people went to find out about the news. So as much as I think people are sick of hearing about Twitter, I have to say that that probably had the biggest impact as far as new web technologies, especially in a social space when you're talking about crowds of people who are gravitating towards a certain site.
And for those folks at home who, I don't know how they wouldn't, but don't know what Twitter is, it's kind of like a microblogging site, correct?
Yeah, it really is. In 140 characters or less, you describe what you're doing right now, and people can subscribe to your feed. So they subscribe to you, so when they're on the go, you can find out, okay, Matt Harris is in Las Vegas, this is where he is, you can meet him here. So the idea is to really connect people with tiny little pieces of text that can be used either on your phone or on the web.
Awesome. Okay, so that's 2008. Let's look to 2009. What is the Twitter of 2009 do you predict? Or what
Matt,
excites you?
If I knew what the Twitter of 2009 was, I would be a very rich woman. I have to say, I'm always trying to figure this out because we saw in 2007 Facebook was really the big story. 2008 Twitter was really the big web story, but I can't predict what's going to happen in 2009, and hopefully there's something that comes that's even more interesting and more innovative than Twitter.
Good answer. You know, I kind of think you have something in the mind, you're just not telling me because you want to grasp it for yourself and keep me out of the loop.
That's true. He has a big mouth.
Okay, but moving forward, it is 2009. We're shooting this in January. How could we shoot this and not talk about Obama-Rama?
Obama-Rama, I know. It was a big story the past few weeks. With the inauguration, it was amazing to see how people were following what was happening on the web, whether it was sites like Twitter or YouTube. It really became an active place to follow along with the conversation, even if you were watching TV at the same time. But what I thought was kind of interesting is there were so many people in Washington, D.C., but what happened is a lot of the telecommunications were overloaded with how much people were trying to update Twitter, update photos on Flickr, and video as well, that the systems crashed a little bit. So we just, it goes to show you we have a long way to go before we have a perfect system for that type of citizen journalism.
Yeah, a few bugs in the system, I guess. Now, I'm a sports fan, so I'll admit I watched it in a sports bar with my good friend Sean, having a pint. Where did you watch your Obama-Rama? It was on a laptop, I bet.
No, it wasn't. I actually watched it on television at home, and I wanted to go to a sports bar or go somewhere else, but then I thought it would be very noisy, and I really needed to focus on Obama because he and I have a, little thing going on.
I think this might be Obama Girl Part 2. I think there might be a crush there. Anyway, for more on Amber, myself, Sean, the whole Butterscotch team, check out
Butterscotch.com.
I guess that makes sense. And for more on the A-List, also butterscotch.com. This has been On Deck. I'm Matt Harris with AmberMac. I'll see you soon.